Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Slay and Shade. Today we're going to be talking about Brittany Dawn Fitness, and I know that there have been a lot of videos about her lately, and I did know of her before this situation and I didn't like her, so I thought that I would share my personal opinions on her and the controversy that she has found herself in. If you are new to the Slay and Shades, it's just me doing a bad makeup look. I'm just going to share my opinion on an influencer. Sometimes I do brands and just give you my opinions. I don't hate anybody except for Jamie Josta from Hatebreed. I don't hate anybody that may like these people. It's just my opinion, and you guys can leave your thoughts below. Today, I'm going to actually go into those two palettes that I showed in the previous video. I did go into the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I really like it. Like, I like the coverage. I think it's a little bit light, but once I add like a little color back to my face, I think it'll be okay. I am in the shade Light Ivory, maybe. And I did use the Can't Stop, Won't Stop NYX concealer, which I really liked. It wasn't too thick, it wasn't too thin, it blended in like really well. So I really like this so far. And I did prime with the NYX Professional Makeup eyeshadow primer, which is why my lids are like a little bit darker. And I'm going to try that new Milani Highly Rated mascara today. I did bring down a few different lipsticks. I kind of know what I want to do, I think, look-wise, because as I mentioned yesterday, in these two palettes, the Infatuation, I love this pink. And then in the metallics, I'm really into Atlantis and some of like these teal sort of shimmers at the bottom there. And one of my favorite looks that I used to do with the Beauty Killer palette from Jeffree Star was do like a light and dark sort of pink and then use like a teal under. That is not my creative look or anything. I saw Jeffree Star with that look, I think, back when that palette came out. So it's just one that I like, and I really want to see how the pinks are. I mean, maybe I'll put a little purple and then go into pink. I don't know. But I'd like to see some of the colorful ones and then use maybe a teal or whatever I feel like doing at the bottom. I'm not sure. You know how this goes. Once it starts to look pretty good, I'll mess it up. So, I am going to go into Infatuation first. This is an awkward palette to sort of like hold. I may have to like put it on my lap or something. Oh, and each palette comes with a brush, and I am going to try this brush out, and I'll probably dip into this light disco color first, and then maybe go into Jive. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little bit of retro and then go into Jive. I don't know. But anyway, let's get started. If you don't know who... oh wait, let me put some powder on because a few of you guys did say that these are kind of dusty. So let me put some of this Derma Blend underneath here. I try to pack on a lot so it brushes off. So, if you guys don't know, Brittany Dawn Fitness recently has been in some shit for scamming people. Now, she is, a social media influencer, and she will tell it to anybody who wants to hear it. And, well, I like how this brush feels. And she does, like, fitness stuff, you know? Straight from the get, like, when I heard about her, now, I have been, not researching like I'm some researcher, but I mean, I have been looking into a lot of Instagram, like models or fitness, like gurus on YouTube and Instagram. And that's when I came across her, because I'm going to do a video about them. Guys, I really like this brush. I'm like amazed. I usually hate brushes that come with the, palettes. So anyway, it's kind of cool. So she got into some trouble. You know, she's like this fitness guru. She decided to offer plans via a website that you could join, and you would get a customized, personalized plan, and that you would be able to reach out to her if you had any questions. She would be available 24 hours all the time, blah, blah, blah. Well, people started getting their plans and realizing that they weren't individualized, that they were all the same plan. It was all the same bullshit. There were some people that, you know, were a little bit confused on things, tried to reach out to her, would just get a robo response like, "You're doing great," or something like that. And they never were able to get a hold of her, even though she said that was part of the deal. So people are spending this money to, you know, because they look up to her. I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's got a very great body, and people look up to her. You know, they aspire to be that. And a lot of them are women, you know, mostly. And she, you know, is sort of like this role model for them to, you know, get fit, get healthy, you know, which is great. Unfortunately, she was not providing the services that she said that she would, and she was not customizing things. She was not becoming, you know, making herself available to people. There's actually a video where this guy confronts her and says, "You stole $200, which was the cost for some of the plans, from my daughter," you know, and it was just, I'll link the video below if I can find it. I don't know what video it was in. It could have been a T-Spill video. It could have been a Nick Snyder video. I just don't remember. I love all of them, by the way. But, well, this purple is purple. Let's see what it, just want to see how. Oh, I like the purple. I'm liking the purple. Not too much fallout. So far. I'm trying to not put on like too much color all at once like I normally do. I'm trying to take it a little easy. So anyway, so I'm going to link that if I can find it, because it's really something. And she doesn't even say like, "Well, what are you talking about? What do you mean I stole $200? Like any normal person would be like, "Hey, what are you talking about?" if you didn't do anything wrong. So it's like she already knew what he was talking about. And it was pretty ridiculous. Like her reaction was just like, I don't really give a shit. So more and more people came to speak out about this. And this is the thing. Like, I get why people follow, like, these fitness, like, gurus, because, I mean, they're amazing. They look great, you know, and they show off their healthy life and, you know, their lifestyle as far as, you know, their big, beautiful homes and great cars and all this success. And people want to obtain that. However, with me, like, she was never, like, really fat or, like, you know, needed, like, she's already fit. So for me, like, that's why I started that fat vegan channel, because I'm fat and I need to get into shape. And I want to talk about what works and what doesn't. And I feel a little weird taking advice from people that are already fit, that didn't have to lose a big amount of weight, you know, that never really, like, had to worry about, like, what they were eating and what worked for them and what didn't, you know. So I can understand the appeal of, like, following these people, but that's why I don't really dig it, because they could sell you anything, you know, because, you know, a lot of them do, like, peddle, like, supplements and bullshit, you know, and I'm just not into that. So, I mean, I wasn't, like, a fan of hers or anything, like, to begin with, but after this shit, I mean, when I checked out her YouTube channel, I was just like, now, just because this is my personal opinion, I feel like she is an entitled little bitch. And I feel bad for saying that in a sense, but that's how she comes off. So at the same time, while I understand how she motivates people, I'm just like, but she just seems like such an asshole. Like, she really just doesn't give a shit, you know? So more and more people came out about how they felt like they were being scammed by her. And so she put out this video, and she read off of her phone the whole time. Like, you can't just talk to people like, you know, like you're a normal person. But she was reading off of her phone, and it seemed like a PR-ish, you know, type statement about how, like, she was sorry and she was going to be, you know, growing from this, and that she's a social media influencer and she's going to take a break from social media, like, just all this crap. And people still weren't having it, you know, like people were still, I'm going into this jive color now. People were still upset because she was like, you know, this is a learning experience, like whatever, but she never really admitted like, hey, I have been scamming people, or, you know I promised to make myself available for people, but, you know, it just got hard. There were more people signing up than I thought. I just couldn't do it. You know, anything. Just give them something. But no, she acted like these people were like attacking her. I hate that. I hate when you put yourself in the position of being an asshole and then you act like you're the victim, which is exactly what I felt like she did. That's how I feel about it. So she took like this little break and then she came back with like this apology almost like kind of video. It's just ridiculous because all she does is talk about herself in it. Like, oh, I'm an influencer, so I know everything I do is going to be under a microscope, and I get that comes with the territory when you're an influencer like me, and this was such a good learning experience for me. You know, not saying I am so sorry and I'm gonna give you guys your money back because you deserve it. No, none of that. And like she kept saying like she was so humbled. But like, no, you're not humbled. It's like saying, you know, Billie Eilish, she's so original, or like, I have really thin thighs. Like, just because you say something doesn't make it true. She clearly has not been humbled by this because she's still refusing to give full refunds to these women. And these women that looked up to her, you know, that really wanted her to be like this guide for her. And it's sickening. And so she also had included that like she didn't want, like, I guess like in her description she's like, oh, you know, love and forgiveness and kindness can like save a life, like almost with like this implication that she has some type of emotional issues going on, or like suicidal thoughts or something, where like just so that she could curb the hate that she was going to receive. And people saw right through that shit, just like I did, just like Nick Snyder did, just like her fans did. They weren't fucking having it, you know? No, you don't put shit like that. And now she's never talked really about like depression or anything like that. She doesn't really do like a mental health thing. So I don't know if it's true or not. If she is feeling that way, then I do feel bad. And I do hope that she will be okay. That's not something to laugh at. But the way that she said it in the description and then tweeting about it was like, you just don't want people to be that hard on you. And no, like you need to be held accountable, you know? And just to offer these people like a 50% off, you know, or 50% like refund is ridiculous. And that's because all she gives a shit about is money. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about helping in your like journey. She just wants to keep living the lifestyle she is living. She doesn't want to be canceled. And I feel like Nick Snyder made a really good point in his video, because both like the apology and sort of like comeback videos were monetized. And just like I wondered when I watched his video and he said it, I wonder if like any of that monetary gain from those videos will go to hopefully trying to refund these people 100% because they deserve their money back. And it's just, like, it takes a special kind, I think, of asshole to just be like, oh, you know, I'm not going to give you your money back, or you don't deserve it, or I should be paid for that. I don't know. You guys, like, get what I'm saying a little bit here. It's just, I don't understand how people can be that way. Okay, I'm using this teal color called Atlantis. And I'm liking it so far. I'm trying to keep it pretty close to my eyelash line here because I always go like way far under and it's a big mess. So just like Nick said, like I wonder if maybe she gets money from those videos. She can she can refund these women their money because they deserve a full refund. They just do, you know? And for her to think otherwise is just another, like, look at how, like, shitty of a person she is, to act like they don't deserve it. I mean, she has plenty of things that she can sell, that she could get rid of, that she could do without to pay these people back if she doesn't have the money. But then that would mean she might have to downsize in her lifestyle. And that's not something that young women, or, you know, these young influencers rather, feel like they can do, because they got to have this, they got to have the Gucci, they got to have the car, they got to have that, they got to have the followers, you know. Okay, I'm going to try to pull this down just a little bit over here. I'm really liking these colors, guys. This went on, I mean, for, like, I thought that these shimmers were going to be, like, really dusty and, like, hard to work with, but they're not. And it's shiny, it's shimmery. I absolutely love it. Yes, it looks better in person, but it is very nice. I don't have one complaint so far about any of the shades that I've used. This is the look. I don't know if you can see the shimmer part of it, but it's really pretty up close. Like, I'm really, really happy with it. I love doing, like, pops of color and stuff, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, so I feel like, and I did write down some things here just in case. I really didn't have to go off of this, but I just feel like her saying that she's humble doesn't make her humble. And I also feel like I'm going in with Smashbox Contour. Let me just tell you, I think I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Manny MUA Eclipse Skin Frost and the Milani Tea Rose blush and the new Milani mascara. Let's see how this is. So for her to sit there and say, oh, I'm humble. You know, most people that are really humble don't have to keep saying that they are humble. Most people that have learned a lesson from an experience like this realize their wrongdoings and can actually make an apology instead of trying to, like, blame everything else or be like, I'm young and I'm stupid and blah, blah. You knew what you were doing. And it's absolutely disgusting, especially that you were doing it to these women that looked up to you, that wanted help, you know? So I feel like she didn't really, you know, she really didn't learn anything from this. I feel like there might be another scam in her future, probably. I wouldn't put it past her. And to monetize those videos, like, to begin with, is, like, a little shitty, you know? But she knew that they would get a lot of views because all eyes were on her. So that's why she did it. She monetized it for the money. I don't understand, you know? Am I the only one here that's like, what is going on? Like, why can't people just be real ass people? I don't understand. Okay. This Wet n Wild highlighter brush isn't exactly the best, but that's what we had to work with. So I don't feel like she really took responsibility for her actions, because she can't just say, this is, like, what I did was wrong and I'm sorry and I'm going to refund everybody their money. But it was just, the whole thing was just about her and her being an influencer. I'm telling you, I didn't trust her from the get. As soon as I saw, like, her page and stuff, like, I just did not, I don't know. She just didn't seem very trustworthy to me. And she's, like, young, and yeah, people make mistakes, but, like, you're scamming people out of money. That is not a mistake that is, like, everybody does. You know what I mean? And to not give them their money back, their full amount of money. It's just, I just don't get it, you know? You guys have to let me know what you think about all of this, because I really don't think that she's being held accountable Oh, I gotta diffuse that shade a bit. That's some blush. I'm gonna have to use the other side of this to try blend that out a little bit. I forgot like how good this brush and blush are. So, I don't know, guys. I totally agreed with, like, Nick and his video that, you know, she doesn't seem, I mean, that she did monetize these things, and perhaps she should give all of the money back to these people. I'm going in with this Slay All Day from Gerard Cosmetics. First impressions of the mascara. I don't know if you guys can see how long my lashes look. I usually just do one coat, especially with a new mascara, because I have sensitive eyes, and if the mascara is going to bother me, it's much easier to take off one coat of mascara. I mean, so far my eyes feel good, you know, see how that goes during the day, but then I will, like, maybe apply some more to make them, like, really pop. As far as lipstick goes, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Lip Ammunition in the shade Beauty Pageant, because it's a sparkly pink. I don't know if I've ever even used this before, like on the channel anyway. I think it's like just the right shade of like pink, and it's very glittery up close, so I am into it. So that's the Slaying shade for today. I just don't trust her. I feel like she doesn't think that, you know, she did anything wrong in a sense, and it's not that hard to apologize and do the right thing. And just giving people a 50% refund is like so money hungry to me, you know, especially when they didn't get what they paid for. And it's a damn shame, you know, and so I don't like her. I don't trust her. I don't think that she's learned anything from this experience. I don't think that she's being held accountable for her actions. I hope that these people fight to get their full refund. I really do. And those are my thoughts on Brittany Dawn Fitness. I hope you guys will let me know your thoughts below. If you're interested, I have a second channel called That Fat Vegan. I'm going to probably be uploading on there today as well. And so, yeah, you can follow me if you're big like me and you want to lose some weight, or if you have any issues with depression and anxiety. I talk about those things as well. If you want to, you can follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, subscribe if you want to. Thank you, for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love and hugs. Bye.